Namaste everyone. Thank you for joining in this video. So this video is about the upcoming transit where Jupiter is going to go retrograde in the nakshatras of Aries and in the nakshatras of Ashwini and Bharani in the signs of Aries. Okay, and in today's video we will look at the predictions for the first 7 lagnas. That means we will look at the predictions from Aries lagna to to Libra lagna, and in the next part of this video we will cover the remaining lagnas or the moon signs. Okay, so for those who are not aware, Jupiter is going to go retrograde from the 4th of September 2023, and it's going to be in retrograde motion till the 30th of December 2023. And during this period, Jupiter is going to be retrograde in Bharani Nakshatra from the 4th of September 2023 to the 26th of November 2023. And it is going to come to Ashwini Nakshatra, because retrograde is when a planet is apparently moving backwards. So it is going to retrograde in Ashwini Nakshatra for the remaining days. That means from 26th November 2023 to 30th December 2023. So you can check your local timings, of course. And Jupiter usually does good in Martian signs. Okay, and retrogression, when it comes to the retrogression of Jupiter, one thing which is really, really important to note is that it will cause turmoil in your life. Okay, now that need not be bad turmoil as such. It could be a turmoil which you need to resolve to get good results. Okay, so as I said, in this video we will be looking at the predictions from Aries to Libra moon sign, or Aries to Libra lagna, whichever you clearly identify with. All right, so let's begin. So when we predict a retrogression, you will look at the house where it is going retrograde, and the issues which will be very prominent, which will be expressed through that house where the planet is going retrograde, will belong to the houses that are ruled by the planet in the horoscope. Okay, so if you are Aries lagna or Aries moon, this retrogression is happening right in the first house. Okay, and Jupiter rules your 9th house and the 12th house. So it's going to be all about decision making. Okay, this retrograde is all about decision making, some pending decisions that you might have kept with matters to your father, with matters to your higher education, with matters to your guru. And maybe you're keeping some sadhana pending for a long time, and now you really need to decide on that. And secondly, you also have to decide on spending your money. Okay, so don't be under the impression that if you don't decide to spend your money, you will not have your expenses. Jupiter rules your 12th house, so obviously you will face expenses, but it's all about spending your money in the right direction. So don't be afraid of spending, but ensure that you spend your money in the right activities, in the right kind of activities, without wasting it. Okay, so for Taurus lagna, Jupiter rules this retrogression is happening in the 12th house of expenses, and Jupiter rules the 8th house and the 11th house. Okay, so the good news is that you might be getting a sudden inflow of money which you did not expect, or money that was about to come but it was pending. Okay, so that is one good thing for Taurus rising or for Taurus moon. But then, because this retrogression is happening in the 12th house, so how much money you might get, you might end up spending that money as well. Okay, and even this is also a time when when you'll make good income from whatever work you do. Okay, there could be some problems with your friends, with your network circles, and please watch out for your health, because you could end up spending money on health issues too if you are a Taurus rising. Okay, for Gemini rising, Jupiter's retrograde Jupiter will be there in the 11th house, and Jupiter of course rules your 7th house and 10th house. So this is a time when you find a partner to marry from your friend circle. This could be a situation when you might be dating someone from your friend circle, or from your workplace. Okay, there could be some issues related to the workplace, but if you have your networks in place, the network is really going to be of great use this time. Okay. Now, if you are a Gemini rising, please ensure that you don't overwork yourself, because there will be a lot of, lot of instances where you might find that you have to dedicate those extra hours at work, whether you are at, whether you are in a job or in a business. So be careful while doing overtime, even if it means that, you are going to get paid for that overtime, because eventually it can come and affect your health. And, be careful with your relationships at the workplace, because you might find yourself in a bit of a soup with your colleagues and with your friends at the workplace. Okay. For Cancer rising, Jupiter is going retrograde in the 10th house, and Jupiter, of course, rules your 6th house and the 9th house. So, you could find yourself put into a new routine at your workplace. You could find yourself dealing with your, with your fatherly issues, dealing with, issues relating to higher education, issues relating to spirituality. Okay. So all of a sudden you might find some spiritual person visiting your workplace, or, you might find your workplace organizing a spiritual seminar of sorts. And be careful with, with rising expenses due to servants, due to people who work under you. Okay. So your expenses are going to be there, and that is going to really impact your workplace. Okay. And this is going to be, eventually it's going to turn out to be good. Remember, I said that Jupiter retrogression is all about turmoil. So this turmoil is eventually going to be good, but it's very essential that you work your way out through whatever crisis you face at your workplace. Okay. Try to complete any tasks. If you are a Cancer rising, please try to complete any tasks that you might have kept pending for the past few months or the past year. And this is a good opportunity to do it. Your colleagues your subordinates are going to help you. Your servants are going to help you. Okay. So you could also be finding yourself donating to some, some cause related to religion. Okay. Maybe you will be donating to a temple. Maybe you will be, maybe your father will be visiting a spiritual place or a temple, and then you will be spending money on that trip, and so on. All right. Then for Leo rising, Jupiter retrogression is happening in your 9th house, and Jupiter rules the 5th and the 8th houses in the horoscope. So you could be facing some issues related to your children. You could face some issues if you're working in the stock market. Be careful with your investments. Okay, be careful with investing a lot of money on a particular area in the stock market. And but this is not a time to panic, because it can also bring you sudden outbursts of money. But then be careful with your health, especially with the health of your father. Or you could be seeing a change in your boss. Okay, if you're working under someone in a job, maybe that superior could be replaced by someone else, and that could be really, really sudden. Okay. Then we have Virgo ascendant, and Jupiter is ruling your 4th house and the 7th house, and this retrogression is happening in the 8th house. So be careful with sudden events related to property. Be careful about your mother's health. Be careful about having outbursts at your mother due to whatever reason. Similarly, be careful with your partnerships. Be careful with your spouse. If you're dating, if you're in the stage of dating, please don't think about getting married till the retrogression period is over. Okay. And you might enter into some kind of arguments with your loved ones, with your spouse, with your mother. And there could be some issues relating to vehicles. Maybe all of a sudden your vehicle has developed some mechanical issues or some mechanical failures. You might be going somewhere, and then all of a sudden your vehicle develops some mechanical issues, or maybe a tire burst or something like that. Okay. So for Libra ascendants or Libra moon, Jupiter's retrogression is happening in the 7th house, and Jupiter, of course, rules your 3rd house and the 6th house. Okay. So this is a time where ample opportunities will be coming for getting married, but then the moves have to be first made by you. Okay. Be careful so that you don't mess up in your communication abilities. Be careful while taking short distance travels, because it can lead to sudden expenses while doing short distance travels. Or if you are in the habit of going on tours while at work, then this is a good chance that you might find your future spouse waiting for you on that tour. Okay. So Also, you could face issues relating to your health. You could face issues relating to your marriage if you're married. This all of a sudden the spouse might seem to disagree with you on a lot of issues, and that can cause quite some heartburn, some bad emotional issues. Okay, so try to talk out your issues rather than immediately fighting over trivial matters. Remember that everything can be sorted with a proper discussion, which is well intended. Okay, so these are my predictions for the ascendants from Aries to Libra. As I said, in tomorrow's video, we will look at the remaining ascendants or the remaining moon signs. Okay, so that's it from me in this video. Kindly subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that already. Like the content, please share it with your friends and family, and do let me know your feedback in the comment section. I'll see you soon tomorrow for the remaining part of this video. Namaste. Om Gurave Namaha.